You got the pens and everything, right?
Yeah, you on top, sir.
What? Shalom, everybody. Darren, what's going on there? How about you, Michelle? Yeah. What we covering today, Darren, man? What we got going on, man? What's the topic of the day?
You lead and I just, you teach and I just learn. I'm not sure.
Okay. So we was doing some words that are we saying the UPK. I don't know if we covered all of them, right?
Beginner.
Beginners words. We got all of them. Have you heard a word that we say that you're still not familiar with? We covered it. Another one called the water. Iron the bar, right? For those who don't know or new to the class, other one can is how we say sir, yes, sir. So water is how we say thank you. Iron the bar. What does iron the bar mean, Cameron?
You're welcome.
Okay, you want to say it regularly though. Well, what does iron the bar mean again? Very good. What does Salakia mean?
Sorry.
Very good. What does other one can mean?
Service.
Huh?
Service.
Good. What is Yahweh?
Yahweh is God's name.
Very good. What is Yahweh Shai?
God's name.
Nope. Yahweh Shai is not God's name. You just said Yahweh is God's name. Which one is it? Wait. Does God have two names? No, he does not have two names. He has one name. All right. What is Yahweh Shai? Very good. Yahweh Shai is the name of so-called Jesus Christ, the current King of Israel. Right? Good. When we say Ba-Ha-Shem, what does Ba-Ha-Shem mean? Nope. Go ahead, Darren.
In the name of?
In the name.
In the name.
Okay. Right? In this case, we don't put of. In English, we use of, but in our way of writing things, we don't write of. So that's another thing too. When it comes to titles, even the Lord has many titles, right? So we have the Holy Bible, right? Yes, all the ink is gone to Haiti, bro. You gotta get a plane and go to Dahabon and get the ink back.
What about this?
No, I got another pens. I'll just crack a joke with you. Oh. My man. Look at this right. Oh, but you've been providing these pens though, man. You know what I mean? What if you have to start providing these pens, man? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Definitely, man. So this is a semi-good one right here. So I'm gonna put the Holy Bible. The Holy Bible. Okay. The Holy Bible. Okay. Now, the word Bible just means book. All right, book. What does the Bible mean? It comes from a Greek word called biblios. All right, biblios. Biblios. All right, and biblios just means books in Latin. All right. Oh, snap. I think in Spanish they call it Biblia, right? What do they call it in French? Biblia?
Bible.
Biblia.
Bible.
Right. Bibla,
French is
Uh-huh.
La Bible.
La Bib,
Creole is Bibla.
Bibla. The Creole sounds better. I don't know. La Bib, La Bib. Maybe it's when you put on a baby, man. Where I call it over here in America, bib. Call it a bib too. The Drew clothes. A bib, right? Okay. All right. So La Biblia in Creole, French Creole, Biblia in Spanish, Biblio in Latin, right? Good. Bible in Latin that was made to be English. In real English is book, holy book. Okay. Now in the Hebrew, Safar, right? Safar. All right. Good. Holy. What does holy mean? Cameron, what does holy mean? You don't know? Give me a dictionary. Or does Darren? You know Darren? No. Holy. What does holy mean? Okay. We have GH. Okay. Holy. Okay. Can you read that right there? Holiness. From right there, we holiness. Then go we holiness, all right? That's not loud, travel talk, right?
Holiness.
Go on.
Holiness. Holy.
Holiness, holy.
Usually translate words.
The
basic.
The what?
The basic.
Go on.
Meaning.
The basic meaning of Qadash, right? So that they tell you that the word is Qadash. They tell you that straight out of the dictionary. Before they tell you what it means in English. For the naysayers out there, because we go to camp and say this and people don't believe us. We tell them that the meaning of the word holy. They first go and tell you that the word is Qadash for holy. Keep reading. Shabbatak.
And Greek.
Keep going.
The basic
Uh-huh.
meaning of Qadash
Uh-huh.
is
Separateness. There we go. Separateness. Keep reading. Or. Uh-huh. Good. So they're saying that the word means separate. Separateness. Yep. Or the separate book. Yep. The separate book. Because this book is for a separate people. Ah, is the Bible? Yes, is the Bible a book for all people?
Yes.
Yes. Then how should it be separate if it's for all people?
And you need one class.
Who are the holy people, Shabbat? Good. Is that all people? Are all people Israelites? No. Good. So we have one category that says all people, and we have one category that says Israelites. Right?
Spanish people are native Indians.
Yeah, Latino,
The
native Latinos, native Indians. The native Latinos are native Indians, right? And black people that came here as slaves are the Israelites. All right, so you got one people, the Israelites,
Yes.
and then you got everybody else who's allowed to do birthdays. But the Israelites are not allowed to do birthdays. All right, when the Israelite does a birthday, God punishes him or her and they don't even know why they're being punished. They start to say, hey, I didn't know that God is a separate people, and I'm one of them. Yet here I am, not knowing I'm an Israelite, but I do my birthday. And I get punishments from God, and I call it bad luck because I don't know that it's a punishment from God. I call it crosses, or I call it, man, nothing is going my way. Why doesn't anything ever go my way? When meanwhile, that is a punishment from God. You understand? And a lot of people get punished by God for doing birthdays and don't know that the birthday is the reason they having this punishment. You understand? Okay, good.
That are there Native Indian bones on those streets?
Yes. We're in Harlem, we're in Manhattan, there's definitely Native Indian bones right on us right now. You dig too far, you will find a leg, a bone, a human leg bone. You are in New York. All right?
But why if everywhere is there?
Because America was the Native Indians' land. The Native Indians is the tribe of Gad right there, right? See right there with the bow and arrow?
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah, that one right there is the banner for the Native Indians. You got a bow and arrow. Let me get bow and arrow on the board.
Buddha.
You want to sit down and not be silly. All right, so I'm going to get the word for bow and arrow, Shabbatat. Okay? Okay? I mean, we had a captain in New York called Katazar. Captain Katazar. His name was the arrow. That name fit him because when he talk, I mean, you meet him in a battle, that brother does not miss. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, put him anywhere. He's guaranteed to hit points. That's a fact. All right. Arrow. Arrow. Hatagar. Okay. I'm gonna get all the letters on the alphabet sheet, Darren. That's what I'm gonna do, right? Build the vocabulary up. Then we might, depending on how the class goes, might do some brothers' names. I don't know. All right. Okay. I won't do it for bow. Can't remember the word for bow. All right. No questions online. Nobody saying what's up. We got the right pages. The ISPK online classes YouTube. Okay. No problem. Who's that? We got there.
It's, Ayash Kabawad.
Also, Ayash Kabawad. Hey, Shalom, son. How much Shalom? Saying hope the other one is all right. I mean, definitely. All right. Okay. Young man checking in, man. You know what I mean? Let me know that you're here, man. You know what I mean? I my three brothers called me earlier, say checking in my class, man. Gonna be checking into the class that we're having tonight. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, don't be invisible. You know what I mean? We'll set my floor in the cloud. All right. Okay. I want the one where it says bend the bow. Okay, here we go. For the wicked, bend their bow. All right, here we go. Bend the bow. Quashat, there we go. All right. So Quashat is bow. We got arrow, katazam, and then we got the bow. Bow and arrow. Put it up here. Bow is Quashat. Quashat. Okay. Usually when you see a Quashat, wa is an, all right. Quashat, wa. Yeah. Bow and arrow. Okay. Before we get with the titles, right? When you come to titles, like how in English we have the Holy Bible, in Hebrew, we write the 2 times. All right? Yep. So for the words in the title, the Holy Bible, the is ha. All right, ha. Okay, we put a ha here, and we put a ha here. Ha Kodash, ha Sapar. That's our Hebrew culture, right? That's Bible. That's real Bible culture. All right. I need a erase now. Okay. What I want to do is I'm going to put the and here with all the prepositions up top. All right. What is considered a preposition? Right. Preposition. So pay attention to this word right here. You're going to need to know this word right here. Preposition. Preposition is all the things that is attached to the beginning of the word. The, and, will do. All right. Got the ya is he. Right. I'm gonna get those in the board for you in a little while. Let's get the alphabet sheet. I'm gonna erase all this to do the alphabet. I gotta erase all of this because it's gonna fill the board with all of the Abba, Gada, Howard. Right. Unless there's something else I can cover right now to fill the space on the top of the board. Okay. And then we need I need everyone to say the alphabet. All right. Are you able to say your alphabet? The term alpha and bet comes from the first two letters of the alphabet. So in English, A is alpha and B is bet. That's why you got the alphabet. All right. How is that so? Why is there A? Why is A for alpha and B for bet in English? Because alpha is how you say A in Greek. All right. You ever heard of a Greek fraternity? And they got this sigma alpha pi or the sigma delta gamma ray something. You see what I'm saying? Those are just ways to say the alphabet in Greek. All right. And A is the alpha and B is the bet. And the alpha and the bet, alpha comes from Allah. Bet comes from Baya. Gamma in Greek comes from Gamal. Right? Delta comes from Dalaf. Should I write this on the board? I should write this on the board. All right. I don't know the other ones. I don't know the other Greek ones, right? I know those four, right? I know they got an upsilon, the invention of the U. There's no U in Hebrew. Upsilon, right? They got the omega. All right. We don't really have an O in Hebrew neither. Right? The Jewish man trying to turn some of the letters into U's because there's no U's in Hebrew. There's no U's in Hebrew. And he tried to turn some letters into O because there's no O's in Hebrew. Okay. Good. I'm gonna put some of these on the board. Right, and I'm gonna change them out with the Hebrew with the English in a minute. So they got alpha. Right? Alpha, which is Allah. Allah. Right? Written so. Allah ha. Okay? They look at this like an A, they look at this like an L, and they look at this like a P. Right?
Seriously?
And you have the beta. You have the beta for Baya. Baya. Right, which is a text. All right. I'm the alphabet over here. The word, the letter, the characters. We call them characters. You might call them letters. You might look at them as letters, but they're characters, right? Because they mean a thing. Ba. Okay. Alpha, beta. What's the other Greek word? Gamma. we call it gamma. Right? Gamma is gamal. All right. Lashawan, you okay? You okay? Okay, come finish up and come on, wash your hands, all right? Okay, that's it. That's them right there, right?
Come on, come on.
See, they got epsilon there. Where's the U? They got epsilon and then they got upsilon. Abagada awaza. Awaza. What is that right there? Eta. Yeah, theta. Kappa. Lambda. Okay, some of these are not going to fit my order. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get some on the side of the board. It's going to be out of the order because alpha, beta, gamma is the order of the Hebrew. The other ones are not. I can erase this, Darren, right? Yes. The Holy Bible and stuff like that, right? Yes. Okay. I'm going to leave the HARLEM Qadash as the part for anybody who still needs to write that. Then one more in the order of this garbage Greek language, where they call it Delta. You heard that before? Delta Airlines. You couldn't have a Delta if you never had a dot. All right. It's written like a triangle. The two triangles is what makes up the shield of David. Or what infidels say, the Star of David. Are you okay? You wash your hands? Come on, wash your hands and come on. Shabbatak. How do you say wash your hands? We're gonna find out right now. Okay. Am I gonna check this one, right? Wash your hands. Oh, you're right. Except we got hands, which is the S. How do you say hands? Yeah, we've been over this a couple times. You forgot. Okay, look. Hands is. I'm gonna go hands without the S. All right. All right. We got cup. Cup is hands. All right. Use the bathroom. Okay. Hurry. You're gonna recite this for me when you come back. Hurry up, go.
Okay.
Five push-ups in the back. Wash should be. Huh? Oh yeah, you do that. You do 5 push-ups. Right. Wash is rakatazah. Rakatazah. Not katazah, but it's rakatazah. Rakatazah. Now I haven't looked for it up in a while, so I'm gonna look. What's that? Huh? Waffles? I take one, leave some in there for whoever it belongs to. You know what I mean? Right? Rakatazah. Right? Let me look it up and just make sure. Yeah.
That's right. I got it on Isaiah 1:16.
Which is what?
Wash you, make you clean.
What does it say?
Rakata.
Rakata. Water. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's we ain't gonna teach a bomb Hebrew class, man. Yeah. No, we can't say bomb right now because they're doing that to the Iranians, man. We're gonna be in trouble. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's right. Rakatazah, cup, and then to say your. To say your, the your goes at the end of the word, right? We got to say cup. Okay, cup. That's all.
If I may, sir, with the Hebrew, wouldn't we say, because I see, like when we reading the scriptures,
Yeah.
it seems like it will put the verb after. Like we, you know how in English we say, wash your hands,
Yeah.
but in Hebrew, it seems like you will say the order was hands,
Mhm.
wash them, or wash, yeah, right, like hands first,
Mhm.
and then wash them. So, kaka or kataza.
I know we definitely do that with the adjectives. Like it's like the way how English is, like you got a red car. You know, Spanish is more closer to the old world. Instead of saying red car, they'll say car red.
Right.
So in Hebrew, it'll be the same. It'll be the same way. We won't say red car. We'll say car red. You know what I mean? But for that example, for like white hands, we could look at the example from the scripture you gave us, right? But I think that's a good scripture, which is wash you clean. You know what I mean? So we'll just see how, if you can see some kind of pattern in there. All right. But Rakataza is wash. Good word to know because you definitely should bathe. If you're a person who does not bathe, I'm messing with you. Rakataza is wash. Right? You wash your hands, you know, you wash your persons, right? Your children wash. All right.
Which one we usually do? So that's not it.
You said you're looking at Isaiah 1 and something, right?
Yeah,
one and 6.
we use a specific app.
I,
What is it called again?
on the phone, it's Hagio.
No, on the computer.
On the computer, we use the Blue Letter Bible.
Blue letter.
All right, yeah, Blue Letter Bible. Okay. Hey, Tabitha, let me get the water too, please, bro. Okay. Good. You got it? Let's move this one over because I'm trying to fit with an alphabet on the board. Okay. That's it right there? Okay, okay. Wash you, make you clean. Wash. Wash it. Wash it. Wash it. Right.
The Y will be the U.
Say it again?
The Y will be the U.
It's like a slang. It's like a slang. Oh, so it's water. Let me say that again. Takwa. Right, good. Sayar, right? So the way it's right? Okay. We should be all right. We should be okay, right? But Kataza, Kapka. Okay.
If I mention.
Yeah.
If I said, yeah, Rakata Zayatna, be correct.
Yeah. That's like wash your arms. The yad, if you say yadim, it's like yadim is like the all of this, right? It's more like cup, right? Cup, yard, zarawai, right? This is yard. I know the way they translate it, you know, to say hand, because this is still your hand. Right. You know what I mean? So they'll say hand, and then they'll call it the palm. But it's all about what you mean to say. You know what I mean? Say yadim. Let's do yadim just because everybody knows yadim. You know what I mean? Let me do that. The kid's gonna be like, cup. Okay, I watched the front of my hands, not the back. He said cup. That's something Shabbatak would do. You know what I mean? We put yard cup. Come on for that 2 years ago. That is more within our realm of vocabulary. You know what I mean? Definitely. You know what I mean? Okay. Good. Let me get the other Greek letters on the board so I can just point them out. All right. Make sure you have this Hebrew sheet here. All right. Get this from your camp leader. Okay. Definitely. Right. I'm about to go over all of these in a second. We're gonna do our alphabet, Shabbatak, and Kusham. About to do their alphabet in a minute. Right. Good. Ready? Good. Good. Medical order. Right. Let me see if we can let us one more time. Method. Okay. Okay. Gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta. Which is more? We got copper, right? We got the copper there. Right? The copper is what I was talking about with the palm of your hand. The copper is cup. Cup, which is the palm of your hand. All right. What's another one we got there? Copper, lambda. 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 For lamad. Right, lamad. Right, so it's written like an L. Right. Right. Omicron. Omicron virus. Pi, right? Pi, pa. Right, pi. Pa. Right. Pa, P-A-H. P-A-H. All right. Sigma. 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 The tau is the tau. All right. Side on the side. Over here. Right. So we'll put the tau. We got the tau, which is the tau. Tau is this one right here. Right. We got the pa, which is pa. Right. Okay. So these are the Greek words that was born out of Hebrew words, right? Alphabet, right? Good. So what I'm gonna do is one by one, I'm gonna erase the Greek and put it with the English. And it's got alpha. Remove alpha. That came from Allah. Right? Alpha is cow. Allah is a cow. I'm gonna erase the beta. That was Bayath. Right? Bayath. Bayath is a tent. Tent. Yep, Bayath is a tent. This is a tent. Look, I'm gonna draw it right now. Look. We got the ground, right? We got the grassy ground. You asked me why it's a tent, right? Can I show you? Good, right? When you're making a tent in the old culture, they will get a big tree log and stick it in the ground and have it go in one direction. So it doesn't move in the wind. It can be dragged out of the ground. And then they'll take wool, sheep wool, mat it down, they'll get some cat leather, and they'll make a tent. Okay? That's how we made a native Indian tent. The Dalat, right? I know we're skipping the gamma, right? The Dalat, right? The Dalat, with the Greek called a delta, that is a door. All right? A door written like a triangle. Because the tent, the door of the tent, of the native Indian tent was always a door. Okay, you put it open, it makes like a triangle shape. Right? The last.
Yeah, but what is
Can't hear you.
what does it look like?
What? This? Because the Hebrew letters is a short drawing of this. All right? Yeah, we got grassland, right? Let me go draw a cow too. All right? We got the tent here. Outside the tent, we got the grass, right? And we got we gotta make a fence first. The fence is a kawama. Let's go make a fence. Right? Let's go make a fence. Right? Fence. Right? That's the kawama. Right? Fence. All right. Okay. It's not good. What's that? The waffles? Oh, that's the. Right there. All right. And then Shabbatak. Okay, have a seat. Have a seat. Right. Behind the fence, we had a cow. I'm gonna draw the cow's head. There's the cow's head. Right. The cow's head got a horn. Got two horns. All right. I'm gonna draw the cow like how I seen them on them paintings down there, the museum down there, Central Park. Right. They are the Metropolitan Museum. They did the same cow like this. No Australia we never even did a video on that. That would have been a good video. But you wasn't there. Shagapan was there. Okay, it's cool. I mean, we walked right past that thing. We was like, hey, look, there's wall paintings. Hey, it's cool. And we walked right past it. They drew the head like this. And then they drew the body like this, like a rectangle. They drew the body like that. They gave it a little tail. And they gave like leg feet like this. And that was how they drew the cow. Right? So you see the cow? You see our cow cam? Oh, it's a cow. Dogs don't have horns. This is the horns, bro. Yeah. All right, those are big bull horns. Right there. You understand it's a cow, right? You understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Let's draw a camel.
No.
We gotta draw a camel too, right? I'm gonna draw my best camel. I mean, forgive me if my camel is not right. Oh, I think I'm coming off good. It's coming off good. It got a hump. Got a hump like this, up in the middle of the camel's back. All right. Darren, you know I'm an artist, man. You know I'm an artist, man. I just found out just now that I'm an artist, man. Right? I don't know how to do the legs, the back legs, you know what I mean? Some legs. All right. And then he got a tail. Right? He got two tails. All right, good. There's a camel. But that hump in the middle of the ear, can you see this online? You can't see this online, right? They can? I'm out the whole quarter of the camera. Yeah. That white. We'll mix it up. Okay. Just take your time. All right. We got that. We got the tent. We got the door. We got the camel. We got the alap. Abagada ha waza. I want to erase all this. A beautiful art piece right here to continue the alphabet. Let's see if we can work around it, right? Because the Hebrew alphabet is 22 letters, 22 characters, right? I got 4 here. 22, half of 22 is 11. I need 11 on this side, and I need 11 on that side, right? I'm trying to pass this, and I got 4 here, right? From 11, I need 7 more. So I'm going to have to erase all of this, right? To get the rest of that 7. All right? I'm going to erase the bow, which is Koshah. I'm going to erase arrow, which is Katazar, right? And why which is and? Very good.
With what is that?
How do you say and in Spanish, Shabata? Yeah. E. 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 No, it's E. If you say E in Spanish, E is and. Y is and in Hebrew. E written like a Y. Right? The W is like a and in Hebrew. But the Y is like an and in Spanish. All right. You know what's crazy? The way we write our W is like how we write a Y in English. That's it right here. If I write this in a Spanish handwriting, right? Y, right? That's and in Spanish. That's how you write a Y in English, Latin, Spanish letters, right? E is and, right? And in Hebrew, wow is and, right? Okay. I think in French, et, right? Et,
Y
and,
M
and.
E
They say A, right? But they spell it with the ET.
E-T.
I think a way of drawing it. I think this thing came from it, right? This thing, I heard this thing came from the et. It's like a French thing that became English. You know, because King James ruled over England and France. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I thought, hey, is that. Maybe see if you can look up. You can look up on the on YouTube right quick for et. Right? Et symbol. All right. So wa and in Hebrew, e, and in Spanish, e, and in French. What am I missing? Let's get all languages on board. That thing right there. That's it. That was the original one. That's where this came from. They drew like an E and a T. Remember right on the board. It came from this. There we go. It looked like a backward 3. You see that? And a T. You know some Negroes made that, man. That was like a if my name was E.T., that would be the shield of my you know what I mean, the shield of my person. Like he got the shield of David. David's name was written with 2 triangles, because he got 2 triangles in his name. So if someone has an E and T in their name, they would have did that. That one right there with the red and the black. That one right there is it. You know what I mean? Is that like a wide picture? Can we share that? The wide picture. The one in the middle to the right. That one? No, down. And middle. Up. Right there, to the right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, share that. You know what I mean? Right? Because that's how our culture is. The Caucasians don't even have that culture. You know what I mean? There's a book. We don't get a Negro question part 4, man. Where the French brothers, the white man was trying to kick the black Europeans out of Europe. All right, and there was a French family called the Huguenots. Right, all these French brothers with these Huguenots, they took different ways to try to go to Scotland, because the white man was ruling England and was taking over France during the Renaissance period. And they went and got boats and tried to go to Scotland, to the furthest end, where there was still some black resistance. But eventually, a Caucasian man called Oliver Cromwell, he went up there and warred and got other white people and promised them. He promised these white people he's going to give you, not you, right? But he's going to give them the last names and identities of these black Europeans if they went and, you know, did their role in the army to go get them out of the land. It was their pay. because the white man couldn't pay the white soldiers to go do this war against the Jacobites, and they called them Jacobites. King James called himself the Jacobites because according to Maccabees, we were not allowed to call ourselves Israelites during the Maccabees and thereafter. So they said, okay, well, Israelites we're unlawful to be an Israelite. We're unlawful to do the Sabbath. We're unlawful to do these Israelite things, but we are allowed to be Catholic. And we can't call ourselves an Israelite. But they did not say we can't call ourselves a Jacobite. Ain't that right, Shabbatak? King James was a tricky mouth, Shabbatak. He was a tricky mouth. He said, okay, we can't call ourselves Israelites. We're going to call ourselves Jacobites. We're going to call it the Jacobite War. That's what they had over there, the black Europeans up there in Scotland and Wales and Irish, defending themselves from the Caucasians that was in England. All right? Good. Okay. Let me get the rest of these off of the board. All right? We ain't post the X yet, right? On the letters, all right? Oh, there we go, right there. Yep, that's it right there. You got the ET. They blended the ET together, and that E and T, which were separate words, are now in one, unified symbol. All right? I'm gonna give another example, right? On that topic, before we continue, sidebar, right? The shield of David. What is that? Let me get a bite of that.
It's on the floor.
Oh, never mind. I haven't seen. Okay. There's another example, right? We got David. David. Right? David's name in the Hebrew. Remember the D, right? For Dala is a triangle. Right? That's where Dala comes from. Right? So the way of writing a D in Hebrew is a triangle. We got it on the alphabet sheet right here. All right? I'm coming to you there. I'm coming to you there. All right? This Da right here. Right? Is it blurry? It's blurry, right? There we go. All right? That Da right there. They will call this a D. Right? It's a triangle in Hebrew. Okay? Go on, Darren.
Like I said, if I may, they do a Paul too.
Paul? Okay. Well, Paul is Saul. Paul is
So
Saul.
it's in the Hebrew.
Yeah, but it's not. No, I'm gonna get Paul for you. All right. I'm gonna put it right over here so I don't forget. Okay. Okay. David. We got the D. We got the Da. Right. Which is a Da. We got another Da right here, which is a Da. Right. You got the transliterated B, which is a Wa. Okay, so thank you. All right, Da Wa Da. That's David's name right there. Right. Now, on topic, the Wa is an ant in our culture. It's like an ant. It's like an ant. You see what I'm saying? So we got the Da plus Da. Remember, we're talking about Israelite man culture, man. We talking about Negro culture. All right, we got Da and Da, Da and Da. You put them together like how they put. Show them it again. Show them it one time, right? You get the E, you get the T. You put them closer together. You put them, and then next thing you know, you got a whole symbol. Bring it down to Da. So you got D and E, right? For David, you got D, Da, 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 right? And next thing you know, you put David is putting the Da on top of the other Da. And they call that the shield of David. That's mentioned in Second Ezra. I wrote it. Second Ezra 10 and 23. right? Every king, every Israelite king had a signet, and this was David's signet. All right, that same shield of David that we all rock and we all wear, and IUIC is afraid of it, right? You know, Christians are scared of it. You know what I mean? The neo-Nazis who say, look, Jewish people wear this. What should we call it? Fellow neo-Nazis that follow Jadolf Hitler. They say, oh well, that's a star. Let's go find a star in the Bible. Star of Remphan. See, look, star Remphan, star Remphan, star. See, the Jewish people got the star of Remphan. The Jewish people got the star of Molech. That was from dumb, silly, white neo-Nazis in the USA. That's where that's from. Right? There's nowhere in history where this is a star of Remphan or this is a star of Molech, unless you go get neo pictures of things made by Caucasian people from Europe, where they took the shield and make it evil. They take the shield and turn it into evil stuff. They use the Lord's name of evil stuff. They go get a Baphomet, and they go put some Assyrian Hebrew, the Jewish Hebrew around the Baphomet, and then people make things evil. Give me you got a Bible on you, Darren?
Yes.
You have an apocrypha on
you? Yeah, it's in the ones about 16.
You got okay. So let's see how quick you can navigate to Second Esdras, right? Second Esdras, right? Okay. 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 All right. We're going to Second Esdras. We're going to be looking for chapter 10. If you're online, navigate with us. All right. Your belly hurting you? Oh, you might need some tea. We got tea over there. We got on the water fountain. The red lever puts out hot water. Right?
Oh.
The white cups over there is the teacups, that styrofoam teacups. And we got tea bags over there. Sugar, all that. Probably give it to him with probably a little sugar. Careful. Right?
We don't have tea.
I don't know. I'm gonna get some tea right now. Okay, shall we talk this way, please? Let's go. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
It's like a 3 and 1.
Second Esdras, chapter 10. In the 1611, they write the 10 like an X. In Roman numerals, so no one can ever say I never told you, right? You got 1, right? 1, 2, 3. All right. V in Roman numerals is 5. Right? X in Roman numerals is 10. All right. How we go again? What's the other one? 50, right? 50 is what? C? Something like that. Right? L is another thing. Can't remember how that go again, right? But you're looking for Second Esdras chapter 10, right? Verse 23.
Is that the Apocrypha or is it the regular Bible?
You got
The Apocrypha in there?
you got 1611. All right. Oh, the shield of David, I got it on my back. I didn't even realize. Shield of David, it's the school logo, right? The big shield of David and the little shield of David is to say that Christ sits on his father's throne. All right. The school logo right here, right? This was made from the scriptures, the rings, all that, the swords, all of that, the scrolls on the side. You know what I mean? Scriptures was emulated by brothers in the school a long time ago in the 90s and 80s, right? More like the 80s, late 70s, 80s. Some brothers, made this symbol, all right? based on some scriptures. Shabbatak, please. Yeah, you're right. Very good. You got it, Darren?
Answer.
Very good.
Second Ezra chapter 10 and verse 23.
Uh-huh.
And which is the greatest of all?
Which is the greatest of all? So this is one of our greatest losses as being in Israel. Go on the top of that. Out of the red one. Keep reading, Darren.
The seal of Zion has now lost her honor, for she is delivered into the hands of them that hate us.
Read it again.
Chapter 23,
Yeah.
and which is the greatest of?
Which is the greatest of all. Go on.
The seal of Zion.
The seal of Zion, right? Now, the seal, right? Is a seal is something you stamp on a letter, right? It's a symbol, right? And what they're saying is Zion had a seal. Zion, a place, right? It was a mountain, Zion, Mountain Zion. A city was built on Mount Zion. That city was called the city of David, right? The city of David. As a matter of fact, you have to get this also. Get me the on YouTube, or not YouTube, on Google, right? Where in Israeli country today, they got the city of David, arrow direction to point in one direction, and they got Mount Zion pointing in another direction. So when these Israelis built a city of David today, it's not even in the right location, because the city of David was built upon Mount Zion. It says in the scriptures. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, Darren. Read it again.
Which is the greatest of all?
Yep.
The seal of Zion.
The seal, the symbol of our town, right? Of David's city, right? Go on.
Has now lost her honor.
It's lost her honor, which means what? If you wear this today, if you wore this in the time of Esdras, you see what I'm saying? It was a shameful thing. It was like an evil thing. People call good evil, and they call evil good today. All right? Yeah, what is it? City of David. Look for sign. The sign.
Sign?
Yeah, sign. No. Keep the same sign, right? But put sign, S-I-G-N. Right, and then sign and direction. Right, there it is. There's bottom left. Or the top left. Let me see it. City of David, Mount Harlem. There you go. That's it. Yeah, that is incorrect. Yeah, share that. Mm-hmm. If that one don't work, share the other one. I mean, yeah, look at that. City of David to the left, Mount Zion to the right. We'll go find that scripture where Mount Zion is built upon David. Mount Zion on City of David, KJV. I said it wrong, but it's going to give me the scripture. Okay. So Zion was kept renamed. First Chronicle. Let me check First Chronicles 11:5. Okay, First Chronicles. You was able to share that yet, though?
Sure.
First Chronicles 11:5. Okay. 2 Samuel 5 and 7. You see 2 Samuel 5 and 7. It's probably the same thing. All right. Okay. Right, Darren. Right. Give me 2 Samuel. Oh, go ahead.
It's like I said, when I see like Zion in the Bible, that's Zion, right?
Yes. S-I-O-N is Z-I-O-N. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to write this. Trying to write this. TZ. In some cultures, they write TZ. In Chinese cultures, they write TS. Right? You ever heard of General's toast chicken from the Chinese store?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same TZ, TS kind of thing that was born out of Hebrew in these other languages, all right? Hebrew is the father language of all these other languages. Okay? And in Russia, they have something called SARS. Right? That's like their king. All right? Those are, word letters or characters born out of the Hebrew, right? So let me get 2 Samuel 5 and 7, Darren. I don't know if you have a hard time finding it. Or you have to find it. I know the King James version is low. You know what I mean? The 1611.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 5, verse 11, presented on the screen.
Okay.
You say verse 11 or 7? Verse 7.
7. There you go. Fine.
Nevertheless, David took the stronghold of Zion. The same is the city of David.
Say it again.
Nevertheless, David took the stronghold of Zion.
David took the stronghold of Zion. Because it was a stronghold upon Mount Zion. Read.
The same is the city of David.
The same mount on the stronghold on Zion is now the city of David. Now show them the sign of today of how we got a symbol that says city of David this way and Mount Zion that way. Right? We got Mount Zion this way, city of David this way. All right, that's it right there. That's it right there. Put the big screen so Darren can see it. Right there. There we go. Right, yeah. Full screen. Right there. There we go. All right. You see, Darren? City David to the left. At the bottom, Mount Zion to the right. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And all those, we can get those right there. City too, IR, right? Those are all good. That Dawada right there, that's it. What they're written right there is this right here. And they run like this, right? Run like that. Okay, that's what they got written up there. We just transliterated it to the ancient Hebrew. Right? Or rather, I transliterated the ancient Hebrew to what they got, the Assyrian Hebrew there, right? IR is city. City. And the mount, right? The mountain or hill. Right? We put mountain, right? Mountain is Har. Har, right? Okay. I'm gonna erase these Roman numerals down here. Okay. We gotta get the rest of the Hebrew on the board up there. Let me just remove this, right? We got Dora the lot, right? We got Gamma, which is Gamma, and then we gotta get Paul, right? We got Paul on the board over here. Let me just underline it so I don't forget. Big underline. Gamal is camel. Even the English word camel with the L in there, which means English is closer to the Hebrew than the Greek, even though the Greek existed before the English, right? At a time closer to when actual Hebrew was being spoken. Someone somewhere in English, you know what I mean, development said, yo, we got to say Gamal, right? Which became camel. Right? Even in camel, that might got a reason to why the third letter of the alphabet is a C. Right? Because the third letter of the Hebrew is a Gamal. And somehow the third letter of the English is now a C instead of the G, which it was a G Nick. Right? It was alpha, beta, gamma, delta. But in English, right, A, B, and C. C for camel. All right, Shabbatak, your codes? You cold? You want to put your sweater on? Put your sweater on if you get cold, right? I'll put your jacket on. All right. Okay. Let me get Paul out of the way. We got no more questions online?
No questions.
All right. My Shaya, Shalom, Yahaba Shimsha, Baruch Atah, my Shaya, right? Good to have you here. Definitely. And for other teachers, man, you know, that wanna, you know, you're teaching your other classes elsewhere. You know what I mean? You want some insight on a thing to teach, we can run over that. You know what I mean? Definitely, man. What time you got there today?
It's 8, about to be 8:30, sir.
Okay, no sweat. All right, y'all, city. All right. Let me get this Paul right quick. Okay. Right quick, Darren. Give me Esther 8 and 8. This is what I always remember. When I can't remember none of the other scriptures, I always remember Esther 8 and 8 because 8 and 8. It's simple to remember. You know, you got another one in Kings, you got another one in Genesis about the signet of Judah, right? Okay. And then I wanted you still got that dictionary Shabbatat? You wanna lost it. Be careful, take your time. Let me see it. I might have you read me something. The water. Man or P. Well, there's a lot of paragraphs on Paul, man. I never read Paul in the Zonopans. Okay. Right here, Shabbatat, come here. It says Paul right here, right? You're gonna read from this part right here where it says names. This is Paul, right? We're reading the Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary, right? Go ahead. Hold it. Right there with his names. Names? Say names.
Names.
Good.
His Hebrew name was.
I can't hear you.
His Hebrew name was Saul.
His Hebrew name was what?
Saul.
His Hebrew name. Paul had a Hebrew name.
Saul.
His Hebrew name was Saul. Right?
That's respond.
So it says in the Zondervan's. Right?
That's it.
But it sounds like if I look at it here, the water Shabbatat, right? It sounds like in the Greek, whatever way it was pronouncing it, it had its own meaning in Greek. So it says in the Greek, from the Latin, right? Paulus, it means little, but he had a Hebrew name, right? Even though they call him Paul in Greek, his Hebrew name was Saul. All right, good. Let me break down Saul. So now, if I go to Saul now, let me go look at Saul in the Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary, right? Let me not just break it down myself. Let me get the evidence that everybody loves. S-A-U. And I'm gonna, there we go, Saul. Okay. It says right here, Saul, Hebrew, Sha'al, asked of God. There we go. Ever heard about a brother in the school called Sha'al, Darren? The brother in the school that we named Sha'al right now. Saul, right? Saul, right? La, Sha'al, right? La, Sha'al, right?
You do the Wednesday.
Yeah, Shaul of the Wendy class, right? But his name wasn't named the same thing as Paul or Saul in the Bible, but they said Saul's name meant ask of God, where Shaul, when he received his name meant the demander. You understand? That's the name that was given to him innocently. It wasn't like we're trying to say, hey, we're gonna name some brothers Paul in the Bible. That's not our way. That's not the Israelite way of naming people. Hey, we got Paul in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? That's not the ancient way. That was a thing that we did when we lost our culture. We're trying to get our culture back, and we say, yo, we got instead of having these Greek names, we got to get these names of our forefathers and so forth, right? But originally, it was the four fighting babe mothers. It's like, yo, thank the Lord that my husband is joined to me. That's what Leah said, right? Right? Praise the Lord, thank the Lord that her husband is joined to me. So she called his son Judah, Yehowadah. All right, what's the other one? Zabala one. Because I had this other kid, my husband's gonna live with me. That's what Leah said, the wife of Jacob. Zabala one. All right, good. All right, good. All right. So yeah, for the record, these 12 tribes, the name was made after two sides of four fighting baby mothers. That might be a class for next week, Darren. All right, of how the 12 tribes names came about. All right, right. Like the names of the tribes came from multiple wives. All right, you're gonna have these 12 tribes of Israel at the 12 gates in Revelation, and Christ was said to the Lord's 12 tribes. That all means multiple wives. Right? Multiple wives was the original way. It was the only good way. You see what I'm saying? Good. Now, let me go get the rest of this alphabet. I know we're gonna be up on the time. That's all right. Everything good online?
Good.
Ashley Garcia, hey, shalom, sis. You know what I mean? Definitely. How smart stuff about Shimon Shai. So, Suck it is up. Go on.
I was just saying the people we have on the chat.
Oh, definitely, man. John. Okay. Good. That's what I think. They put it in the chart for the workshop. I got you. Push up. Have a seat. Yeah. Go on. Yep. Okay. Abagada Hawaza. Ha. Let me get the ha. Ha is behold. Behold. Shabbatak, yours is over there charging, all right? Behold is Hana. Hana. All right. Put too much space on there. I want to make it efficient for the board, all right? Hana. Abagada ha. Wa. Wa is a fish hook. Fish hook. And that word is written as wow. Hawaza. Gaza, which is a weapon. Weapon. The Hebrew word for that is Zion. Zayan. Abagada hawaza ha. Car. That's that car we got right here, this fence. Right? We got a fence. Right? Car, wa, ma. Okay? Abagada hawaza ha ta. We got the ta. The ta is a basket. It is a figure or a drawing of a bottom of a basket. Right? Basket. Ta. Na. Ah. Ka ta ya ka. Right. Ka ta ya ka. Right. That ka is that cup up there. Right. Ya we had the ya earlier. Right, the hand. Hand. Which is yard. Then we got cup. Roll it backwards. Right. The palm. Palm. Palm of your hand, right? Palm of hand. Right? Which is cup. Good. Okay? That's the first 11. All right? So that cup we got right here is that copper up here. Oops, I gotta adjust the camera, make sure they can see what I'm talking about. Right? That cup we got right here. That cup right here is that copper that they had in Greek. Okay? La manasa ipa. Okay. I'm gonna start it from the lambda, right? The lambda in the Greek, right? That was lamad. Okay. That lamad or that lambda, right? That lambda, it means learn. Right, learn. Okay. All right. Okay. I wanted to know if the white man somewhere got a store or a place, a learning place for children that they call lambda. I wonder if that's a thing. I wonder if I Google it right now and it says, "Hey, Lambda Learning Center." I don't know how much he's up on his culture. If I had a learning place for children, I call it Lamad. I don't know if yesterday I had a learning place for children. They say, how do you say learn in Hebrew? You know what I mean? And you put Lamad right on the front of the storefront to say learning center. Oh, they got Lambda Lounge in Brooklyn. I don't know what that is. Come on. You can't make this up, man. The Lambda Learning Solutions. I don't know what that's about. The Lambda Learning Center. Look at that. Western Colorado University. They got a Lambda Learning Center in the place. Because Lambda means learn from Lamad. AWS. AWS Lambda function. AWS is the Amazon stuff. That's Amazon's web server. Lambda function. Because they know it means learn. Right? From Lamad. Go ahead, shove it up. Yes, on the charger. Let's give it 5 minutes. It'll have some juice to turn on, all right? And it's bone dry. Is bone dry like the?
Bones under us.
The bones under us. Oh, okay. I was gonna say the valley of dry bones. You know what I mean? The bone, that's correct. Right? I was gonna say that the valley of dry bones. Okay? Good. All right. La, ma, na. Okay. La manasa hypothesa korashata. All right. We got water. Water. So for those who see here, I'm going by the alphabetical order of the Hebrew. Right. So lucky if it's a little messy. All right, but it's the alphabetical order of the Hebrew. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka. All right, just so everyone understands what I'm doing, right? Water is mayam. Mayam. Right, written like so. Ma, sama. Right, water. It's waves of water. All right. Water. Then we got sprout. Sprout. Right, sprout is nawan. Nawan. Written like so. Nawan is the name of Joshua's dad. When you read about the book of Joshua, I believe Nun is a role. Nun the father, I think it's a role with Moses or something like that. I know Joshua is a work right under Moses. All right, Moses died. Joshua, the Puerto Rican, or rather, more biblically, the Ephraimite, took over after Moses, the Haitian, or more biblically, the Levite died. When he died, an Ephraimite, so-called Puerto Rican, took over. All right, and leading a nation right into the homeland. A Puerto Rican set up the nation of Israel. How about that? What's the Caucasians out there gonna say now? A Puerto Rican set up the nation of Israel in the land. You know what I mean? You want to know why the Israelis can't get the Holy Land right now? They're not being led by no Puerto Ricans, man. Puerto Ricans led us into the land. You know what I mean? And Edomite can't take us can't go into the land talking about he a Jew. You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying that because even the Assyrian king knew that he needed a real Israelite to make them have peace in the land over there. In the book of 2 Kings, right? He went and got brothers from the tribe of Gad, so-called native Indians, before they left the land. He had them teach the other people how to be an Israelite. And then the heathens had Israelitish religions back then. I believe they call them now. I believe they call them Sephardic Jews. Right? Have you ever heard some term called Sephardic Jews, something like that? It's some Jews that was in the land from back in the second Kings, right? Where the Syrian king had to get the Gadites. Who knows who we're talking about? Yetzirah. It's 2 Kings. It's the 2 Kings, man. Let me get it so I don't sound too crazy. It says, look for the verse where it says, know the manner of the land. Oh, 2 Kings 17, 26. Darren, you read it for me. Oh, it is. You can go wait patiently in a martial bat behind Hazahab so he can give you the phone. All right, La Manasa.
28% on the one.
Yeah, that's too hard. Is the chart alone? We can sit down over there. Blah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, give it to him. Right, so he can calm down. All right. I know we've been there for like 2 hours now, right?
Yeah.
No problem. You're gonna go to bed in a minute.
Oh.
La manasa. La manasa. Got the sa right here. But the giggling, Shavatak, Kasham, the giggling gotta stop or we take away the phones.
Okay.
Alright? Okay, la manasa. Sa is established. Who was that? Shavatak, give me the phone. I know, but did you laugh? Did I just tell you if you keep with the giggling, we'll take away the phone? Did I just say that?
Yeah.
Okay, this is your last chance.
Okay.
Sit down and be quiet. Establish. Establish is sama. Huh? Sama. All right. Manasa. I. Ayan. Your eye, your little eye. I wonder what word in Greek or Latin they're going to say the I is from. Got a whole word in Hebrew called ayan. The character of the thing is sound is I. It says I. It's round like an I. We call it I, and in English we just happen to say I. All right. Manasa I. Then we got pa. Pa. The manasa I pa. Taza. Kwa. Ra. Sha. And ta. Right. Pa is your mouth. Pa. Right. Taza. Right, is Hazard. Hazard. And that Hazard is side. All right. So I can give you a breakdown of how this works. Right, it was Hazard from Hazard right, to side. To side. To side. All right, there we go. Gotta go on the other side. Oh, this one about to die.
I'm trying to.
Okay, no problem. Hold on.
Wi-Fi and battery safe.
Oop, I don't know the password. Is there any games on there already?
No, 0 games.
We got Game Boy right here. There you go. We'll play some Pokemon. Come on. All right. Side is Tazad, which came from Sad, which progressed into Sad, and side. All right. The word side is Tazad, right? Okay. What we got next over here? We got Kwam. Like when we say Kwam Yasha Alam. Right. Kwam. Kwam means rise. Right? This is the sun rising on the horizon. Over here, next we got Ra'ash, which is the head. Right? Ra'ash. Right? Which is head. Okay? Now then we got the last two, which is Shun, which is your teeth. I'm gonna put tooth. Okay? And the last one was where we had the Greek to call it a tau. For us, it was a thou. All right? A thou. Okay, and thou is X marks the spot. Okay, good. On top of that, right? This language we're talking about the Lashawan Qadash, right? The word Lashawan was built from this word right here, Shan. All right, Shan is tooth. Lashan. Lashan is tongue. This is a tongue. Okay, tongue. The la right here. The la is how you say two. All right. Your tongue points to your teeth. That's sun right here. All right. Lashan is tongue. And then we have a word for language. We got a thing where we put a Y in the middle of a word. Y in the middle of a word, not in the front of the word to say and. Y in the middle of a word. Y in the middle of a word is ing. It's our way of writing ing. All right, you got things that you would name with an ing. Like you can build something, and you have brothers building it, and when it's built, you call it a building, even though there's nobody's building it anymore. It's already built, but you don't call it a built. In the past tense, you call it a building, even though nobody's building anymore. The word Lashan to Lashawan in Lashash is the same way. Right? Lashan, you put the Lashawan, the Y right here, which is ing. Right? That word then becomes language. Right? Language. Language, the Lang, means tongue. That's what it means. Right? Lang, right? I know the French. Yeah, just that. Lang.
Langage.
Lang what?
Langage.
Langage. That's language. What about tongue? Tongue your mouth. Lang. Spell it. Lang. 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 There you go. Tongue. French.
Langue.
Langue. I thought we got the UE at the end of tongue too. All right. We got TONG. If I say it's tongue, but we gotta spell it TONGUE. All right. In Spanish, lengua. All right. No problem for us. Lashan the tongue. Right. Lashawan the language, which means tongue, the language. All right. What tongue do you speak? Right. Langue in French, tongue. Langue. Say it again. Yes. Langage. Lang the tongue. Langage the language. All right. I wonder how you can say language in Spanish. Because lengua is tongue in Spanish. All right. Let me have a look here and see. Google Translate. Oh, by the way, never ever use Google Translate for Hebrew. It ain't right. It's Yiddish, all right? One time, a long time ago, some brothers made a mistake. Some brother that left the school and the sister that got named left the school. The brother named the sisters based on trying to translate words with Google Translate instead of communicating with their brothers, I believe at the time was in DC, right, about the Hebrew, right, you know. And they named them Yiddish names. Yiddish Hebrew names. They got the Yiddish word. They looked at how they wrote it in the Assyrian Hebrew, and that became the sisters' names. It was a mistake. And it was out of the spirit to not communicate, all right, with their brother. Communicate with their brother. Call me. All right, call, you know, the brothers, the Hebrew teachers, man, Ra. You know what I mean? Yerashamath. Come on, General Kabbalamath. I mean, General Kabbalamath, he's a general, so he got brothers that work for him. He's gonna say, hey, go call Hazahab, Marah, Yerashamath. Right, who's the Hebrew teaching his own? Sabawa, North Carolina. Good Hebrew teachers, man. Come on, man. We got good Hebrew teachers in the school. Hazahab in Houston, man. Amazing Hebrew teachers in the school. We got Hebrew teachers. Communicate. And big up to all the brothers that communicate me. You communicate a little too much though. So, you're not. But you know what I mean? But big up everyone who communicates. It's a joke, right? But big up everyone who communicates. Call me more. You want to understand something? Call me so I can say, okay, we're gonna cover that in class this week. Make sure you big up the brothers that call me. All right? You're Yala, right? You probably don't got my new number, you're right, Yala. I got a new number the past weekend. All right? I got a real New York City number now. I had a Long Island number before. Everybody looked at me funny. Say, yeah, we're Brooklyn school. Yeah, 516. Whoa, this guy's a scammer. He got a 516 number in Brooklyn. What kind of criminal gangster with a Long Island number in Brooklyn is this? So I got a real New York City number now. All right, so people can stop looking sideways when I go to these places, giving them my outside New York City number. You know what I mean? Even the scriptures, criminals skip from city to city in the scriptures, in Ecclesiasticus, right? People don't know that's in the scriptures, but they might think, oh well, there's a vibe like why does he have a Long Island number? Right? I got a New York City number now, like I did a long time ago, before I moved to Long Island for a while. Right? When I was coming into school, I moved to Long Island. I used to live in the Bronx, and then I moved to a place called Hempstead, Long Island. I had a wife in the world that left me at the time. Right? We suspect she was a heathen, allegedly a coolie Caribbean. Right? She left me. All right. Called me 40,000 times. I'm telling her you're gonna die in World War III. She wanted to join the army. I said, don't join the army. Not the army. Let's call it the Air Force. They don't join the Air Force. They didn't listen to me. Sign up for 6 years. I said, you're gonna die in World War III. That's what I told her. You're gonna die in World War III. All right. She gets out there. She gets the training. They make her fire 1,000 guns. She's under stress, calling me 40,000 times. You done, but when I came to school, she done hold on me already. You hold on me, don't call me. You see what I'm saying? Straight up. Don't call my phone. I changed my number on her, and I got this new number. When I was living in Long Island, I got a Long Island number. All right. Good. So now I'm back to a New York City number like before. I'm back to 347. All right. That's where we are right now. Right. Darren, you good? Okay. Good. What I want to do is I want me to say our alphabet. All right, just read the record. You been practicing?
Yeah.
You lying? You got it. You can do it without looking.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'll try.
This much money. Bet you some money. Okay, go ahead. Without looking.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Give it a go.
Ba, ga, da,
Oh shit.
ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, sha,
Oh. I'm gonna start.
I,
There you go. Yep.
I, pa,
Taz.
taz,
Say
Quaro.
Say taza.
taza,
Taza.
qua, ra, sha, sha,
Last one.
sa,
Up.
sa,
Nope. One more try.
cha.
No, there's no try to even. Close. You're getting there. Okay? It's something HA. Something HA. All right, we're gonna look at the board for this one right here. Come on, what is this? The word is thou. The first syllable is
Ta.
thou. There you go. Give me a hand, man. There you go. Young man Darren. That was heavy. Early. You know what I mean? Early to me. I didn't get it like that. I became a trooper and was in troopership trying to get it. You know what I mean? So that was really good. You know what I mean? Give me that right there. That was really good.
If I may, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
When I first got my test, I knew the whole test. I never looked at the Hebrew.
Oh man.
Because I looked at it once and I'm like, man, he gave me a headache. Like, it's too much.
Yeah.
I knew the whole test, and then eventually I had to, face the Hebrew.
Right.
Yeah, man. What's on Christ? It's early.
I never knew that I'll be teaching you. Never even. You know what I mean? Darren, I would say this: you on good solid road. You see what I'm saying? I never knew that I didn't be teaching this. You know what I mean? Straight up. You know what I mean? I was gonna go to well, follow me, Darren. Right? Recap. Ba ga da ha wa za ha ta ya ka ha. Say ha 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 ta ya ka ha ta ya ka. La manasa I pataza quara shatha. All right. That's it. Take it away.
Abagada awaza ka tayaka lamanasa I zakra da.
Good. There we go. Shabbatak. Front and center. Over here. One time. Let's go. Mr. Hebrew man. Know all your numbers. Give me. You forgot your numbers? Give me 1 to 10 right quick.
1 to 10.
Yeah. That's allowed.
Ahad, Shemir, Shalosh, Arabai, Kamash, Shasha, Shabai, Shemana, Tashai, Aisha.
Do you know your alphabet? No. Okay. Where's the Hebrew sheet?
I have to say the numbers in the alphabet.
You say the alphabet. You can go sit down. You see this right quick. Right. Say it right nice and loud. Ba. Nope. Stick that. Stop.
Abagada.
Stop. Tense your belly and speak. Put air in your lungs, tense your belly and speak.
Abagadaha.
You're not tensing your belly. Come to the wall. Come on. Tense your belly. Make it hard. Make your belly hard. Good. Air in your lungs. Good. Speak.
Abagada.
No, don't hold your breath. Breathe out. Come on. Ba, ga, da. Come on.
Da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, lama, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, qua, ra, sha, sa.
Good. When you want to practice that, I want you to know that, right? Go around. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Good job. All right, here you go.
Okay.
All right, you earned some more video game time. All right. Tabitha, all right, no problem. Say it again, 905. And with that, any more questions? Darren, no more questions. We're good, straight. No questions on the line. Mariah Arlo, Mariah Salafi. Mariah Arlo. Okay. Saluted and saluted sisters. How about Shimshar? Okay, good. And with that, after the class 2, mission officer Yatanor.
Son Christ. Clap it up for the class.
There we go.
Son Christ. Men of Israel, we're going to give. Matter of fact, clap it up. Shall I give for preaching officer Hazahab? Great class, as always. Son Christ. Remember, the Passover is upon us. It's right around the corner. If I look right now, you see, I can see it. It's right here.
Right.
The Passover is around the corner. Make sure you go to Isupk.com, call your camp leader, right? If you're not in the school, make sure you contact the camp leader nearest your city. All Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are invited to the Lord's 57th annual Passover, all right? That's it, right, Adawan? That's it. We're going to kick it off from the 30th all the way to the 6th, I believe, to the 5th. We got the lamb slaughter, right? We have the Storm podcast with Roundtable of Truth, Across the Line Radio, Let a Hebrew Speak, right? We have, of course, Scripture Breakdown with General Mahaiman. We got the Black Party, all right? We got the Kids Party as well. I mean, you name it. Make sure you go to isupk.com or call the camp leader nearest your city. With that, men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imajam, which means to stand. Imajam Shabbat. Imajam Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatam. Jamata, so was the sister, men of Israel. So we're going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Imajam Shabbat. Imajam Barak. Yahweh Shabbat Hashem Yahushua. Yajamata, dismiss. Yeah.